Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo están? Bien. Buenos días.
Isis Rivera is an instructor with Tijuana's Civil Protection Agency.
Fenómeno del Niño.
In recent months, she's been preparing students at local schools like Vasco de Quiroga for El Niño.
¿Qué puede pasar? Que nos va a llover más de lo normal. ¿Sí? ¿O no? Sí, ¿verdad?
It's expected to start bringing heavy rains this month. The agency started training schools and businesses on how to deal with natural disasters 4 years ago.
Cabeza.
But it has been ramping up these sessions ahead of El Niño. Some of the children told us what they learned.
El Niño es cuando
El Niño is when it rains a lot.
mucho.
It creates a lot of wind and can knock down houses.
Que en la casa debes de tener una mochila de emergencia.
At home, you should have an emergency backpack. And inside of that backpack, there should be food and other survival items.
Inundation, 5 cars, rainfall.
The city has also created a website called Catastro, from the word catastrophe.
So you can access it through a smartphone or tablet or your computer.
It includes navigable maps for finding shelters, police stations, and hospitals in Tijuana.
You see the H's? Those are hospitals.
During El Niño, it will include real-time information on floods, mudslides, and more. The city has also been leading water infrastructure cleanup since August. The focus has been Tijuana's 27 settling tanks.
Esa es la función, retener sólidos.
Their function is to retain solids, muds, trash, and when they're upwards of 50% of their retainment capacity, we start cleaning.
This tank was cleaned a month ago, but it's already filling with mattresses, cardboard boxes, car tires, children's toys, soda bottles, and scavenging pigeons.
It's the lack of culture among people who take advantage of the rains to throw their trash into the water streams.
In Cañón de la Pedrera, the steep canyons create the perfect conditions for flooding. On a recent Wednesday, tractors lifted mud out of one of the canyon's 4 settlement tanks. The mud had accumulated from adjacent dirt roads.
So that's the preventative work we're doing for El Niño, taking out all the solids of the tanks. This is the second to last one. Because of the 27, we've already cleaned out 25.
75-year-old Maria del Carmen Estrada lives footsteps away and says she's grateful for the government's efforts. She says she had to rebuild her house 3 times because of the rains and that she's worried about El Niño.
They said it's going to be stronger than the one in '93. Imagine how we're going to end up. I was young before and I could run. Now I can't.
In 1993, a several-foot-high wave of water and debris gushed through the town when one of the settlement tanks got clogged up and then erupted. Estrada says she saw people drowning in front of her home.
Down the street passed women with their babies. Everything passed through here. Ovens, refrigerators, cars.
She showed us inside her house, where in 1993, the whole bottom floor filled up with mud, up to the 8th step on her stairwell.
There were mountains of soil. Only soil was left in here.
The water that passes through the canyon eventually flows into the U.S. Sometimes, Tijuana residents are carried across the border by the strong currents when they get too near the rising waters. That's when U.S. Border Patrol agents turn into first responders.
In some cases, they're in these sewage lines and people get trapped because of heavy rains and heavy debris coming from Tijuana.
Metal grates are in place along the border to allow water to flow between the U.S. and Mexico. During heavy rains, Border Patrol is forced to open the grates.
We have to open them to actually keep the integrity of the grates. The fast-flowing water can reach real high speeds and the debris coming through can break them or bend the grates.
He says smugglers often take advantage of this to try to get people across the border when it rains. When the El Niño rains hit, Border Patrol agents will be stationed by the grates at the ready. Jean Guerrero, KPBS News.